Some years ago, our family had a big old black lab named Colin. More than anything, Colin loved to retrieve sticks from the water. So one day, I took him down to our local river to play. Now, the river was running a little faster than usual, but I didn't think it was that bad. So I threw the first couple of sticks out. Colin got them just fine. But on the third, I threw it a little too far. Colin swam right out and got it. But then he got caught in the current. And I watched in horror as I saw him being washed downstream. Well, I panicked. I ran along the bank after him and called for him to come. I could see him fighting the river and trying to swim toward me, but the current was just too strong. Then I lost track of him completely. I couldn't see him anymore. I was desperate. So I stopped, and I yelled in my loudest and firmest mom voice, "Colin Norcross, you come here right this instant." Suddenly, I saw his head pop out of the water, and he started swimming faster and faster toward me until he got to the bank safely. But then he did something very strange. He started pushing me. I didn't know what he was doing at first, but then I realized he was moving me away from the dangerous waters and up the bank to safety. Colin. Well, Colin's been gone a while now, but I sure could have used him last year. It was a really rough one for me. During the course of just a few months, my mother and sister both died, leaving unresolved issues. 5 days after my sister died, my brother had a major stroke and required a lot of care. And then my dear young friend, Laylee was my joy and my heart. She succumbed to ovarian cancer, leaving a grieving husband, 2 little kids behind. I knew my heart was breaking, but there wasn't time for feeling, so I didn't. You see, in my family, my role is to be the reliable one, the one who never cracks under pressure. So I numbed myself to the grief. After all, there were funerals to plan, doctors to see, legal documents to review, people who needed me. At some point, though, I just couldn't handle it anymore. I felt completely depleted, empty. I knew I needed comfort and guidance. And I knew I had to go visit my most trusted guide. So I went to the woods. There she was, tall, steadfast, resolute as ever, my beautiful tulip tree teacher. Yeah, she's a little stiff. She doesn't talk too much. But when I listened carefully, I always learned so much from her. And I knew she would understand because she'd been there. Many years before I met her, she'd been badly injured in a lightning strike. Her trunk looked like a giant scoop had been taken out of it. When I first met her, I was sure she was dead. As a trained forester, I knew that most of her heartwood, that inner trunk, was gone. But when I looked up, I saw those tulip-shaped leaves shimmering all over her branches. Despite her terrible injury, she lived on. That summer day during that horrible period of time, I crawled inside her wounded trunk and I leaned back against her remaining heartwood. I felt supported, held. And I finally allowed myself to feel that grief I had pushed away. I felt her strength, her resilience, her persistence, her insistence on living despite her injuries inspired me to keep going as well. In her own time, she had healed, and I knew that in my time, I would heal as well. In my work as a spiritual ecologist, I've taken over 500 people to the woods for comfort and guidance. I've watched as they're inspired by that silver maple that clings to the bank of a raging river. They're guided by that dogwood that twists and turns and adapts around obstacles in its journey to the sun. They're stirred by that big oak tree that lies dead on the forest floor, but still serves as a nurse log, bringing new life to moss and lichen and saplings. And they find hope in the way the entire forest community works together to keep all the plants and creatures healthy. Dr. Laura Pustarfi is a well-known integral ecologist. She's researched and studied this special relationship that we've had with trees for millennia. She believes that scientists are just beginning to understand this intimate connection. If we pay close attention to these wise trees elders, they can provide lessons for us not only for moving through personal grief, but also for helping us meet the enormous challenges that we face today, culturally, politically, environmentally, that cause us so much anxiety and fear. Through a mindfulness practice called BARK, B-A-R-K, you can unlock the wisdom of trees for you, your family, and your community, whether you live in Montana or Manhattan. Start barking by going to an area that has trees, a wilderness, your local park, or your own backyard. First, be attentive to a particular tree who is offering herself to you as a teacher. Notice adaptation, how your teacher tree has adapted to move around obstacles in her life, and how she can help you learn to adapt to move around those obstacles in your life. Notice our resilience, how your teacher has persisted despite her injuries, and how her resilience can inspire you to be resilient as well. Notice finally K, kinship, how the forest community comes together to help your teacher tree be healthy, and how your community can help you be healthy and whole. Trees have learned a few things through the many challenges that they've faced in the 350 million years they've been around. Trees can be our guides to helping us meet the challenges of our times if we learn to listen.